I stood at the gate. The wind was cold. The sky was gray. Behind the fence stood the biggest house I had ever seen. The ranch stretched far, hills, barns, trees, and silence. It smelled like rain and money. I pressed the button. A voice spoke. Name? I answered, Evelyn Moore. I'm the new maid. A beep. The gate opened. I walked in slowly. My boots sank into the wet dirt. I looked at the windows. No faces. Just shadows. The door opened before I knocked. A tall woman stood there. Gray hair, sharp eyes. You're late, she said. I'm sorry, I said. The bus? No excuses. Come. Her name was Clara. She gave me a uniform, a small room, and a list of chores. Don't speak unless spoken to. Clean well. Stay out of the study. I nodded. Then she said, Don't stare at Mr. Harrington. I didn't plan to. That night I met him, Liam Harrington. He stood in the hallway. Black coat, tall, clean boots, cold eyes. He looked at me once. Don't break anything, he said. Then walked past me. My hands felt cold. My chest heavy, I whispered. Yes, sir. The next morning I cleaned the kitchen. Everything was spotless. Still, I wiped again. Clara came in. Breakfast for Mr. Harrington, dining room. Be quick, I carried the tray. My hands shook. He sat alone, reading a paper. A glass of water beside him. I placed the tray down. He didn't look at me. I waited. Go, he said without looking. I left. Back in the hallway, I leaned against the wall. My heart beat too fast. This place felt wrong. Too clean. Too quiet. Like it was hiding something. I wasn't here for money. I was here for the truth. My father died on this land. Years ago. A deal gone bad. That's all I was told. He worked for the Harrington family. He trusted them. Then he lost everything. Then he died. They said it was an accident, but I never believed it. Now I was here. In the belly of the beast, I worked hard. Cleaned floors. Washed dishes. Polished silver. I watched Liam from a distance. He rarely spoke, but I watched. He walked like a man who owned the earth. But his eyes held storms. Days passed. Nathan, the stable boy, was the first to speak to me kindly. You look lost, he said. Brushing a horse. Just tired, I said. You're not like the others. What others? The ones who come, then leave. They don't stay long. Why? I asked. They say the house is cursed. I smiled, but it didn't reach my eyes. Maybe it was, or maybe it was just guilt. I saw Liam that night. He was in the library. He sat by the fire. His coat hung nearby. He was drinking something dark. I walked past the open door. He didn't see me, or maybe he did. He never said. That night I sat on my bed, a photo of my father in my hand. I'm here, Papa, I whispered. I'll find the truth. I'll make them pay if I must. The wind hit the window. The trees danced. This was enemy land, but I wasn't scared. Not anymore. Next morning I dusted the study. Clara had warned me. But I had to see. I moved fast. Careful. Books lined the wall. One was about land deals. I pulled it out. A paper fell. I froze. I picked it up. It had a name. My father's name, a contract. Debt cleared? I whispered. No. This isn't what they told me. Footsteps. I shoved the paper. Back. Liam walked in. His eyes were on me. You're not allowed in. Here. I was just cleaning. You're shaking, he said. I'm fine. He walked past me. Sat at the desk. Next time, he said, knock. I nodded and left. Outside, I breathed deep. My chest burned. Something was wrong. That contract, it didn't look like guilt. It looked like help. Could I be wrong? No, he had to be part of it, right? I didn't know. But I had to keep going. The truth was here, somewhere behind his cold eyes and quiet voice. And I would find it, even if it broke me. I opened the door slowly. The study was dark. Only the fire gave light. Liam lay on the leather couch, one hand over his chest. His boots were off, but his coat was still on. Eyes closed, breathing soft. But I knew. He was pretending. I stood there, quiet. I held the tray in my hands. Tea, sugar, spoon. My heart beat too fast. He wanted to test me. I could feel it. The room was too still. I walked in slowly, set the tray on the table. My eyes moved to the desk. The drawer was open just a little. The letter was still there. Brown envelope, his name. My father's name. I reached for it. My fingers shook. I looked back at Liam, still asleep. I took the letter. I opened it fast, hands shaking. It was short. It had a date. It had a number. It had my father's signature. And Liam's. I couldn't breathe. The letter was a deal. A land sale. A promise to pay, and then a cancel. Why? I whispered. You made him sell our home? Liam didn't move. You took it all, I said, voice low. You broke him. You killed him, didn't you? My voice cracked. I pressed the letter to my chest. I came here to find this, I said. Not to steal. Not to lie. Just to know if it was really you. A tear dropped on the floor. Then another. I walked closer. Neil beside the couch. His hand was open, strong, rough. I looked at it. I don't hate you, I said. But I should. Another tear fell, this time. On his hand, he didn't flinch. I stood up slowly. Put the letter back. Closed the drawer. I turned to leave. My heart heavy. My steps soft then. I stopped. Something told me to look back. I turned my head. His eyes were open, cold, gray, wide awake. He had heard everything. Liam stood in the kitchen doorway. His shirt was half-buttoned. His eyes sharp. You touched my desk, he said. Why? My hand froze on the teacup. I was just dusting, I said. He walked in slowly. Just dusting? His voice was quiet, dangerous. I nodded. The room felt too small. You opened the drawer, he said. My heart thumped. No, I didn't. You looked at the letter. He stepped closer. What letter? I asked, too fast. He stared at me. I felt heat rise in my face. You're lying, he said. I saw you. I looked at the floor. My fingers trembled. You were awake? I asked. He gave a dry laugh. I test people, he said. You failed, I wanted to scream. Instead, I said nothing. You said my name, he said. You said I killed someone. I turned away. I was talking in my sleep. Try again, he snapped. I looked at him. His face was close. Too close. Do you want the truth? I said. You don't deserve it. He grabbed my wrist. Say it, I pulled away. I was dusting, I whispered. Let me go, he held my eyes. Then he let go. Stay away from my office, he said. You're on thin ice. He walked out. I sank to the floor. That night the house was quiet. Only the wind moved. I crept into the study. My fingers shook as I turned the knob. The letter was in the drawer. Right where I saw it, I lit a candle. The paper was heavy, cream-colored, clean. His name at the bottom, Liam Harrington. The contract was clear. My father's land, sold for pennies, forced sale, no mercy. The date was 3 weeks before my father died. My breath caught. I touched the paper. Tears blurred the words. You killed him, I whispered. You took everything. I remembered my father's hands, calloused, kind. He built our home. Now nothing remained. This paper was the knife in his back. And Liam signed it, the man with cold eyes. The man who tested me. The man who watched me cry. I held the candle closer. The wax dripped. The flame shook. I didn't burn it. No. I folded the letter and hid it. I needed proof. I needed truth. Revenge was no longer a dream. It was a promise. The next morning I smiled at him. Good morning, sir, he grunted. No eye contact. Fine by me. My hands worked on habit. Dishes, sweeping, dusting, but my heart was elsewhere. Clara passed by. She stopped. You look pale, she said. I didn't sleep, I replied. She looked at me longer than usual. You found something, didn't you? I looked down. I found dust, she sighed. Dust can hide a lot, she said. Even the past, I blinked. What do you mean? She walked away. No answers. Only more questions. Later that night, I sat in bed. The letter was hidden in my bag. My fingers brushed over it. I felt no guilt. He deserved this. His money. His lies. He wanted to test me? Fine, I'd pass with fire. This ranch took everything. Now I'd take it back. Not with bullets. Not with poison. With truth. Liam Harrington was about to lose control, and I was just getting started. Evelyn! Nathan called from behind the barn. I stopped. My hands were full of wet sheets. He looked around, then stepped closer. I need to talk. Now. I followed him to the back fence. What is it? I asked. He lowered his voice. You have to stop digging. I frowned. Digging? Into Mr. Harrington's business. I didn't answer. Nathan leaned in. People who cross him disappear, he whispered. You don't know him like I do. I crossed my arms. Do you think I'm stupid? No, he said. I think you're angry. I looked down at my boots. Mud from yesterday still covered them. I have my reasons. I know, Nathan said, but he's dangerous. He's watching you now. That part was true. Liam had started staring more. When I cleaned the windows, when I walked past his door, when I stayed too long in the study, his gray eyes always followed. Not hate, not kindness, something else, something I couldn't name. I don't want you to get hurt, Nathan said. I won't, I lied. Promise me, he said. I stayed silent. He sighed and walked away. That night, I couldn't sleep. The wind hit the windows hard. The old house creaked. I thought about the letter I had read. And what it meant. I remembered the name at the bottom, Edward Moore, my father, and Liam's signature beside it, 2 names that destroyed my life. I left my bed and walked barefoot through the hallway. I stopped outside Clara's door. It was half open. I pushed it gently. The old housekeeper was gone. The room smelled like tea and old books. I searched fast but quiet. Drawers, boxes, under the bed. Nothing. Then I saw it. A wooden box on the dresser. Locked. But the key was nearby, under a photo frame. A small metal key, cold to touch. I opened the box. Inside were letters, old and yellow. Some were from my father. Some were from Mrs. Harrington. I picked one. The date was the same week my father died. I read slowly. Make him sign, it said. If he doesn't, we'll crush him. Below that, Clara's name. My hands shook. I sat on the floor, letter in hand. She knew. She knew everything. In the morning, I found her near the fire. Clara stirred the ashes with a long iron rod. I stepped forward. You lied to me. She didn't look up. Child, she said. What did you find? You knew what they did to my father. I did. You knew he died because of them. I did. I felt like screaming. You let me work here. I didn't stop you, she said. You had your reason. I had mine. I held out the letter. I trusted you. She touched my arm. Revenge makes ghosts of the living, she said. You'll lose yourself. Tears burned my eyes. I already did. She looked at me then. Her eyes were soft, full of something like pain. Your father was a good man, she whispered. I tried to help. I failed. I couldn't speak. You still have a choice, she said. No, I said. Not anymore. I walked away before I cried. Nathan stood by the stables. He looked at me. I looked away. Liam watched from the porch. He didn't say a word, but his eyes followed me, like always. And in my pocket, the letter stayed. Heavy like truth, sharp like a knife. I was in too deep. And there was no turning back. The storm hit fast. Wind howled through the broken windows. Rain slammed the roof like fists. Then I smelled smoke. I ran outside. The barn was burning. Fire! I screamed. Help! The flames reached the sky. Rain hissed against the heat. I saw Liam running toward it. No, I yelled. It's too late. He didn't stop. He threw his coat over his head. Stay back, he shouted. But I followed him. We ran into the smoke. Horses screamed. Wood cracked. My boots slipped on wet hay. Liam grabbed my arm. Where's Nathan? He asked. In town? I coughed. Only us here. Get the gate, he ordered. We freed the horses. One by one they ran, then a beam fell. It missed us by inches. He pulled me out fast. Outside we collapsed in the mud. My lungs hurt. My hands shook. I looked at him. His hair stuck to his face. His shirt was torn. His eyes burned. He stared at me. You weren't in the barn, he said. No, you followed me. Yes. Why? I swallowed hard. The rain soaked my dress. The fire hissed behind us. He raised his voice. Why did you come here, Evelyn? I looked straight at him. To watch you burn, I said. He blinked. Once. Twice. Then he laughed. A broken, sad laugh. Then you've already won, he said. I thought I would feel better, I whispered. But I don't. He didn't speak. The rain poured. Smoke rolled over the field. You think I killed him? He asked. I know you signed the papers. I did. His voice was low. But I didn't want to. Then why did you? I was 24. My mother handled everything. I didn't read it. I didn't believe him. Not yet. My father died because of you, I said. He looked away. His jaw clenched. I know, he said. Silence. He stood up slowly. I didn't mean for that to happen. But it did, I said. Your money killed him. Your name ruined us. I didn't know, he said. You didn't care. He didn't deny it. I see him, I whispered. Every night. Holding his chest, falling, dying. He sat back down in the mud. Do you hate me? He asked. Yes, I said. Then softer. But I don't want to. He touched his chest. I hate me too. We sat in the wet silence. The fire was dying now. The barn would be gone by morning. I came here for revenge, I said. I guessed. I planned it. Every day, every lie. I deserved it, he said. No, I shook my head. I think you're already in pain. He looked at me. Rain ran down his face. His eyes looked tired. My father trusted your family. I said. I know. He died owing money he never took. I know. My mother cried herself to sleep. I'm sorry. I wanted you to suffer. I am suffering. We sat quiet again. I read the letter, I said. He flinched. What letter? The one you signed. The contract, he nodded. I told Clara to lock it away. Why? Because it ruined your life. It ruined yours too. He didn't answer. You said you didn't read it. I said, I didn't, but I signed it. I always sign things. That's a mistake. I know that now. I looked at my hands. They were black with ash. My dress was torn. I was shaking. Why didn't you fire me? I asked. I don't know, he said. Yes, you do. He looked at me again. There was something in his eyes. Regret, pain, hope. You were the first person, he said, who looked at me like I was human. I don't know if you are. Me neither. I sighed. Then maybe we're both monsters. He gave a weak smile. Maybe. The fire finally died. Smoke turned to steam. The ranch was silent again. I can't stay here, I said. I know. But I needed to see you break. You saw it. I thought it would fix me. Did it? No, we stood. My legs were weak. He offered his hand. I took it. Just for balance. I won't stop you, he said. Good. But I hope you come back. I won't. He nodded. You should rebuild the barn, I said. He looked at it. Maybe I'll let it stay burned. Maybe you should. We walked back to the house. Not close. Not far. Just enough. The rain slowed. The sky turned gray, and for the first time I didn't feel cold. Hey, Tom, I said, stepping into the stable. You got a minute? Tom sat on a broken stool holding a half-empty bottle. His shirt was stained, his boots muddy. He looked up, eyes red. You still mad at the world, Evelyn? He muttered. I didn't smile. No, just tired of lies. He chuckled dryly. Aren't we all? I sat on a hay bale across from him. I need the truth. About my father. About what happened here. Tom took a swig, then wiped his mouth. That's dangerous talk. I don't care. I need it. He stared at me a moment, then sighed. Your dad? He was a good man. Too good, I nodded. He trusted the wrong people. He looked away. He trusted the right one too late. What do you mean? My voice rose. Tom leaned in. Liam, he tried to help your old man. My stomach dropped. No, Liam destroyed him. Tom shook his head. Wrong. It was his mother. Cold as winter wind. She used the ranch money to buy out your father's land. Pressured the bank. Your dad was drowning. I gripped the hay tightly. Liam signed the paper. Tom held up his hand. Listen, Liam found out too late. Tried to cancel the deal. That letter you stole? My breath caught. What about it? It was a request to forgive the debt. He begged the board to give your father a second chance. No, I whispered. Yes, Tom said. That letter never got sent. His mother stopped it. Buried it. I stood up fast. Why didn't anyone tell me? Tom looked down. 'Cause no one wanted to touch her business. And Liam? He changed after that. Shut down. I turned away, heart racing. I came here to ruin him. Tom stood, slower. Maybe you already did. My hands shook. I called him a killer. I wanted revenge. Now you got truth. It's heavier, huh? I swallowed. He saved me from the fire. And I hated him, Tom nodded. Truth don't care about hate. It just sits there. I don't know what to do now, I said. Tom looked at me, serious for once. Tell him. I can't. Why not? Because I used him. You also cried on him. I didn't mean to, he smirked. Feelings don't ask first. I turned to leave. Evelyn, Tom called. He ain't his mother. I know. I walked out into the sun, head spinning. The wind hit my face, but my chest burned. Inside the house, I saw Liam from the window. He was sitting alone in the library. His coat was off. Sleeves rolled. Hair messy. He looked tired. I went in. Quiet. He didn't look up. I know the truth, I said. Silence. You tried to help him. My father. Liam looked at me then. Who told you? Tom, and your letter. His face froze. You read it. I thought you were the one who hurt him. You weren't wrong to think that. I was, I said. He stood. What do you want, Evelyn? I don't know. Revenge? He asked. You came here with hate. I did. And now? I swallowed. Now I just feel empty. He walked closer. I watched you cry. That night, you asked me if I killed him. I'm sorry. He nodded slowly. I deserved that. No, I said. You didn't. He sighed. I failed him. I failed you. I failed too, I said. I blamed you. I used your guilt. You lost your father. You lost your soul. He looked at me, quiet. What now? I leave. You heal, he frowned. You're just going to go? I don't belong here. He stepped back. Maybe you do. I shook my head. I don't want to be someone who lives in hate. You're not, he said. I looked at him, eyes burning. I was. No, he said again. You just wanted truth. And I found it, I said. It hurts. Truth usually does. I turned to go. My heart pulled me back. My mind told me to run. He didn't stop me. That night, I sat alone in the small room Clara gave me. I held the letter in my hands. Liam's handwriting was neat, clean. The last line read, "Please give Mr. Moore mercy." His land is not just soil. It's memory, family, heart, I cried, not for revenge, but because I never knew the man I hated, and now I couldn't hate him anymore. Come in, Liam said. His voice was flat. I stepped into the study. My hands shook. My heart beat too fast. He didn't look at me. He stared at the fire. Sit, he said. I sat. I didn't speak. I couldn't. Then I saw her, Mrs. Harrington. She stood near the window, cold eyes watching me. I told you, Liam, she said. This girl came here for revenge. My mouth opened. No words came out, Lila told me, she added. You lied to get this job. You came to destroy us. Liam finally turned to face me. Is it true? He asked. I looked at him. I didn't mean to answer me. Yes, I said. My voice was small. At first, yes. His eyes burned. You used me. I didn't plan it that way. He laughed, bitter and hard. You used me, he said again. All this time. You were watching me, waiting to ruin me. No, Was any of it real? He asked. The talks, the fire, the watch. Did any of it mean anything to you? I don't know, I said. At first, no. But later, maybe, Mrs. Harrington smiled. Throw her out. Liam looked at her. Then at me. You're fired, he said. Get out. I stood up. My knees were weak. I never wanted to hurt you, I said. Only the truth. You did hurt me, he said. You broke what little I had left. I wanted to say more. I wanted to say sorry, but I didn't. I walked out. Rain hit my face as I stepped outside. The sky was black. Wind pulled at my coat. I passed the kitchen. Lila stood at the door. She looked away. You told her, I said. I had to, she whispered. She promised to help my brother. Now I know who you are, I said. You're just like me. She didn't reply. I walked on. I passed the barn. Mud covered my boots. The letter in my pocket felt heavy, wet, like my heart. Then I heard a scream. I turned. It was Mrs. Harrington. She had collapsed on the porch steps. Liam ran to her. "Mother!" I watched from the hill. She was breathing hard. Her face was pale. "I told you," she gasped. "Don't trust poor girls. They always take." Liam looked up. He saw me. He didn't speak. I nodded once. Then turned away. I kept walking. My back was straight. My heart was not. The rain got worse. My clothes stuck to my skin. But I didn't stop. I didn't cry. I didn't look back. The storm was loud, but inside me, it was quiet. All I had now was the truth, and the truth didn't care who it hurt. The road back felt longer this time. I held my father's watch in my hand. The rain had stopped. The sky was soft and gray. I didn't plan to stay. I just needed to give it back. The gate creaked as I pushed it open. The ranch looked smaller, quieter, older. I walked up the steps. My boots were muddy. The door opened before I could knock. Liam stood there, thinner than before. His eyes were tired. His face was rough. He didn't say anything, just stepped aside. I walked in slowly. The house smelled like wood and dust. "You came back," he said. "I'm not staying," I said. "I just came to return this." I held out the watch. His eyes dropped to my hand. He didn't take it right away. "Your father wore that every day," he said. I nodded. He died with it in his pocket. Silence. Then he spoke again. "I dream of that night in the rain," he said. "I do too," I whispered. He sat down on the couch. I stayed standing. "I wanted to hate you," I said. "I know," he said. "You had every reason." "I thought you killed my father." "I didn't," he said. "But I let him fall." I looked at him. "Why?" "I was weak, young, afraid of my mother. She broke us," I said. "Your family broke mine," he nodded. "I tried to fix it." "Too late. I wanted revenge," I said. "You got it," he said. "You made me feel it." I sat down across from him. "Liam," I said, "I didn't want to feel anything for you." He gave a small, bitter smile. "I wanted you to stay," he said. "Even after everything?" "I couldn't," I said. "Not then." "I understand." We sat there, quiet. The fire was low. "You look different," I said. "So do you." I stopped crying. I said, "Good." I placed the watch on the table. "I kept it too long," I said. "It's yours," he said. "No," I said. "It was never mine to keep." His hand reached for it, but he stopped. "You can leave it," he said. "Or not." "I have to," I said. "This is goodbye." He didn't argue. Just nodded. I stood up. My legs felt heavy. I walked to the door. My hand touched the knob. "Evelyn," he said. I turned. "You were right," he said. "I needed to feel the pain, and I needed to let it go," I said. He looked down. "Will you ever forgive me?" "I don't know," I said. "But I don't hate you now." "That's something," he said. "It is," I said. I opened the door. The sun had started to rise. Soft light touched the hills. "I used to dream of this place," I said. "When I was little." "So did I," he said. "It never looked like this in my dreams." "No," he said. "It never does." I stepped outside. The air was cold but clean. My heart felt light. Empty, but free. I didn't look back. I didn't need to. The past was still there. But it didn't hold me anymore. I was not the same girl who came here. I was not the maid. I was not the daughter of a dead man. I was just me. And I was still standing.